All right, so we're going to take a try at KenKen here. So KenKen is a game, think of it like Sudoku, in that each row has to have the numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4. Each column need to have the numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that is the basis of it, but we actually have guidance with a little bit of math. So like where you see 2 by division, that means whatever numbers go here, if you were to divide the bigger one by the smaller one, you'd get 2. So it pays to look over the whole board and look for something useful to start. So right off, we can see that we have 1 right here. So we're going to just put 1 right there. Having 1 helps us because we know there can't be another 1 on this column or this row. All right, so right here we have 24 times. So this is where we would want to break it down into, so we could do, let's say 6 and 4. 6 times 4. I guess I can make that little cross. So we have 6 times 4. This would be 3 times 2. This would be, we could say 2 times 2. The problem with that is we're not going to actually be able to have that many 2's. Remember, we only have 3 boxes. So in most likely, we have 2, 3, and 4 that are going to be used in this. Because we need at least those numbers to make this work. We can't go bigger than 4. So those are the numbers that we're going to have to use, 4, 3, and 2. Since we have not used anything else yet, though, we're kind of stuck. So we don't know what we're using yet. Right here, we have that 7 plus. So 7, you get that from adding 3 and 4. So there's no way we can use anything else. We got to use 3 and 4. 6 by multiplication. So that could be only 3 times 2. There's no other way around that one. So if we were to subtract and get 3, the only way we can do that is by taking 4 and subtracting 1 to get 3. So that gives us some guidance with regards to this. Now we know both 4 and 1 have to go here and 3 and 2 have to go here based off of what we have all done here. But we just don't know which specific boxes yet. So there are a couple ways we can get 1 by subtracting. We could say 4 minus 3. That's 1. We could also say 3 minus 2. But that won't work because we have the numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4 that need to be used. And so we can't reuse 3. So we have to say 4 minus 3. And we also have to say 2 minus 1 because we can't use 3 again. And then we lastly have the 2 being divided. There are a couple different options here. We could say 4 being divided by 2, or we could say 2 being divided by 1. Okay, so we have a lot of different options. So we have to use things to narrow them down a little more. We know with 24 multiplying, we have to use 3, 2, and 4. And that's going to affect everything else around it. We know with 7 adding, we got to have a 3 and 4. With the subtracting, we got to use 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. And then here we have 4 and 1 we need to use, and here we have 3 and 2. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. This is going to be based off from 3 and 4 is going here. The key help here is that means 3 can't be right here. So this is where 2 is going to go. That means our 3 is going to go right here. So because of knowing that in this row we have to have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and that 3 and 4 have to go here, 3 can't be here. It has to be here. The advantage also is we have a 2, a 1 has to go right here because we need 1, 2, and a 3 and 4. If we have 1 here, that means a 2 goes here, and so we have that much. That doesn't help us as much up here because it could still alternate and be 4 and 3, we don't know yet. But in this row, we now have 1, 2, 3, so this is 4. If this is 4, then one of these two have to be 3 and the other one has to be 2. We'll get to that one, but we have another advantage. 7 adding has to be 3 and 4. There's a 4 here, so this has to be 3. That means this is the 4. So with regards to 24 by multiplication, we have 3 already here. So the 3 times 2, this has to be the 2. Then this can be the 3. Up here, we have a 1, 3, 4, so that means we're missing 2. We're missing the 1, so it's actually this one that got used. And now we just have these 4 boxes to fill. There's not much to it anymore. We know that this has to be 4 minus 3. There's already a 3 here, so this has to be the 4. So this is the 3. And then over here, we have this has to be 4 minus 1. If we didn't already do this, we could have noticed that, oh wait, 1 is here, so it has to be down here, so the 4 is up here. So notice we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you look up and down, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Lastly, to make sure we did this correctly, they have to actually be the numbers that we thought. If we took 2 and divided by 1, we'd get 2. So 1 by subtracting, 4 minus 3 is 1. 3 by subtracting, 4 minus 1 is 3. 24 by multiplication, 2 times 3 is 6. 6 times 4 is 24. This is a 1. We have 7 by addition, 3 plus 4 is 7. 1 by subtraction, 2 minus 1 is 1. 6 by multiplication, 3 times 2 is 6, so we are done. Remember, this game is called KenKen. If you need any help on any other math or any other kind of math puzzles, feel free to ask. I plan on posting them on here.